Black Myth Wukong is just around the corner, and for a game that's been in development for 6 long years and has vowed to stay true to the Chinese mythology that it's based on, Journey to the West, I'm for one am very excited to get my hands on this game. But since we have a couple days before we can play, there are 2 things you could do right now to get the most out of your Black Myth Wukong experience. Now, if you're gonna play this game on console, you don't really need to worry about this part, but for PC players, you're gonna want to be able to run the game at the optimal settings for what your computer can handle. And what you can do right now is go to Steam and download a free benchmark for Black Myth Wukong. For one, it was really nice to be able to see the graphics of the game ahead of time. And more than that, I was able to go in, tweak the settings to find out exactly what my computer would run it on. So as soon as I play the game, I just hit those settings and then I can play. What I'm doing right here is on high settings, but it can go to very high and even cinematic, which my computer cannot handle. But I've seen some people online who've brought it all the way up to cinematic settings and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the way it looks on high graphics as well, but this is just an absolutely beautiful game, and being able to tweak the settings to exactly what I want ahead of time so that as soon as the game comes out, I could just jump right in and play it. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, the next thing I want to talk about has to do with the type of game that this is going to be, and something you can do ahead of time to really enhance or get the most out of your gameplay experience. And this is going to be the biggest one out of the 2. A lot of people are comparing this game to being a Souls-like game, and in many ways I think that those are decent comparisons. And in Dark Souls game, the combat is really the center of the game. If you don't really ever understand the storyline, that's just kind of an extra icing on the cake, if you will. Really, what you're trying to get out of it is the combat experience, and this game does look like it's going to have some really amazing combat. The action style really is stunning. The visual effects, amazing. The magic, the combos, the fact that you can turn into enemies that you've previously defeated and gain access to an entirely new set of abilities and things that you can do to overcome obstacles in the game. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But what makes the game truly great is a game that keeps you thinking about it after you're done playing it and makes you want to keep playing it. And that's what I believe the story elements of this are going to be the best part of the game. Being based on Journey to the West, from what I can tell, it looks like the events in the game are going to transpire mostly after the events from Journey to the West. So if you have a basic understanding of that story, you're going to have a better understanding of the references that are in the game and be able to immerse yourself in the storyline a little bit more. So the second thing you could do that I think is really going to enhance your gameplay experience with this is to have a basic understanding of the story, and there are a lot of great resources for it. You can find plenty of YouTube channels that have done a good job at summarizing the entire story. You could also read the book, I suppose, but it's 100 chapters in 4 volumes, the original story. There are some good summarizations of it. They're a little bit smaller, but what I would really recommend is just finding some way to familiarize yourself with the story and Chinese mythology in general, because I think you're going to get a lot more out of it when you do that. And if you would like, I have a storytelling channel called Silverwind Stories where we read stories from space, and this Friday we're going to be covering the first part of Journey to the West, which has everything to do with the Monkey King story, Sun Wukong. So if that interests you, the link will be in the details below, and we would love to have you on board. I'll also be streaming this on Twitch and making some guide videos for it, so be sure to stick around and look forward to gaming with you.